Ball every season. Ball every season. Ball every season. Everything super around me, yeah, that's guaranteed. We ball every season. Ball every season. Ball every season. Keep it 10K with the team, be like a regime. We ball every season.
Welcome to Sports Minds, y'all, where all roads lead to sports. We talk ball every season with your hosts, Hashmaster Z, Legendarius, and Philthy, who's coming in shortly. So, Legendarius, what we got on the news today?
Man, you know we're going to talk some NFL. We might even talk a little NBA. But before we do that, we got to talk some WNBA.
Oof.
All right. So last night they had the game 4. It was a closeout game for the Las Vegas Aces. And first of all, one of the greatest women's basketball games I've ever seen. Shout out to the refs as well for not getting overly involved, letting them play, letting them be physical. It's just like it gave you like some like 90s like basketball vibes. It was like, oh, they let them be physical, they let them play like a real playoff game.
Right.
But man, I gotta say, the Las Vegas Aces, they're down their starting point guard, who is an all-star. They're down Candace Parker, former MVP, starting center. They were down their backup to Candace Parker, Kia Stokes.
Wow.
All things considered, closeout game for them, and they pull it out by 1. Asia Wilson is the best player in the NBA or WNBA. And she just proved it last night. 24 points, 16 boards, and she was up against the reigning MVP and Breanna Stewart. These two teams, the Liberty and the Aces, they're on a sort of collision course all season. But man, I just gotta say, the Aces, don't fuck with the Aces, bro. Like, just don't fuck with the Aces. They're just so dope. I mean, led by Becky Hammon, who, if you guys are real basketball hoop heads, she was one of the assistant coaches on the Spurs. Actually, the first female assistant coach that was like on the bench. And do not be surprised if she ends up in the NBA coaching a team, because she's that good. And the Aces are that good. This is the beginning of a dynasty. But I mean, it gave you, like, if you understood, like, really, like, how hard that team played, how they played together, how, like, backups stepped up in the moment, like, knowing what was on the line, and it was on the road in New York, it's just, like, it was just chills. And they're down 9 points at halftime. They come back, and it's just like, yo, that is a team. That is a squad. Yeah. And, like, that is, like, that's real basketball right there. So salute to the Aces. Second straight championship without 2 starters.
That's
their
crazy.
Lead backup, like, on the road. It was just insane, man.
Yeah, that's insane to really hear, because it's like, you hear all the time, team games, like, it's a team sport is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And I think that's the ultimate personification of it. And although I didn't watch the game as much as I'd like to, I did catch some highlights, and I did see the final sequence at least. That would have gave me chills to watch. WNBA, it was great. I'm glad people are supporting it. It reminds me of the Caitlin Clark and Joe Reese LSU versus Iowa or whatever the fuck. And yeah, no, women's basketball is becoming a watchable product. Real shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I do gotta bang on the scheduling, because it's like, how do you have your WNBA finals and you're like, you know what? We're going to schedule these games on Sunday and Wednesday. Like, Wednesday is fine. Do not schedule WNBA championship games, like NBA finals games, on football Sunday. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, as much as I
Yeah,
want to support, sorry, there's football on.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
stop trying to go up against football. You could do Tuesday, Friday, something like that. But come on, man, don't put it on Sunday. Don't
Yeah,
put it on Saturday either. Don't go up against football.
yeah. Like y'all should know better by now.
Yeah,
Schedule makers. That's so that's yeah, and it's like, oh, no one's watching. I wonder why. It's like,
yeah,
yo, the biggest draw in America, period, is American football. So
yeah,
college and NFL. So, I think that's what hinders a lot of the viewership numbers of the WNBA. But you know, hopefully they fix that. Leading into next season. But yeah, so congratulations to the Aces. What's next?
I mean, this is your time to gloat. The Cowboys are back. Let the
the Cowboys
Cowboys
are the
let the
Cowboys are
Cowboys
back,
tell
baby.
it. They're back. We're back. Did you see us on Monday Night Football? We
Yeah,
barely beat we barely beat the Chargers, but
it
hey, we
was.
won. Did you see us? Did you see Dak? He looked incredible. He looked like he was playing for his career. That's how intense he was playing, man. It was like, yo, this is for
he
my
ran.
career
He
right
he ran,
now.
he ran his longest longest career touchdown on the ground. That
Yeah,
was nuts. Like, because I was
yeah,
like, we were just talking about last week, how he doesn't run anymore, this and that, and then here he goes popping off, an 18-yard run, and I was like, okay, he still got the wheels on him, if he wants to. Uh, yeah, and he utilized his legs. That was the difference. That was the
yeah,
difference, and that could have been the difference in a lot of games. You know, um, because it will not against the Niner game, honestly. But Dak using his legs is always an extra dimension because it what it does for him is it extends passing lanes. He's able to see the field. Like it just it keeps the defense honest. That's all I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Um, you know, and watching that game, honestly, it's like I wouldn't say we're not even close to back, man. Like, we snuck away with some shit. Um, like that Tony Pollard, 60-yard, reception. Cool, yay, we got it. But it's, we got away with it because we're not playing against an elite team. Like good teams, like the Chargers, if you want to call them good or below average, yeah, we could get away with um, blown coverages like that. Um, there was no real game plan until, I mean, yeah. To be honest, I don't think that I would while I'm watching the game, I'm like, what are we really trying to do? What's this offense's identity? We still don't know. They,
yeah,
you know, and they finally started using Brandon Cooks. So
yes.
Cooks is free for now.
Yeah, I was gonna point that out because I was just like, at least they finally like got Brandon Cooks involved because that was what I was getting sick of hearing. Because some people on this show said that Brandon Cooks was gonna be the Amari Cooper replacement. So I'm like, well, why aren't they throwing the ball to him? Why aren't they throwing the ball? Period. They're not throwing the Cooks. They weren't throwing the Lamb. Like it was just a
Yeah.
joke of an offense. So I don't want to give all the credit to the Cowboys or Dak because, like, let's not forget that this was the same defense that got torched by Tyreek Hill and made no adjustments throughout the game. And it seemed like sort of the same thing. There's like, oh, Tyreek Hill or CeeDee Lamb, you're in the slot. Just do whatever you want, man. Because they just got cooked by CeeDee Lamb in the slot all day.
Yeah, and that too, where it's like I said, when I'm watching the Cowboys, you know, I'm not inspired by anything as of right now. Where it's like, okay, we're we're one of the best teams in the NFC. Yeah, true. NFC's weak. Um, and out of the top three teams, we're number three. So, top 3 teams, that would be the Niners. Oh shit, four,
No.
four,
I was about to
four,
say.
four,
I was waiting for
four.
you to finish.
So excuse me, out of 4, and I would say Cowboys are 4th, as of right now in the NFC. Um, and I'm, you know, I'm still going Niners 1, Lions 2, Eagles 3, and Dallas 4 as of right now. Hell, I might even put Detroit, depending on how they, how they respond to Baltimore. That could be the new number 1.
Stop it.
I'm just
Stop
saying.
it. They
No.
got zero chance.
They have.
I'm on the record. They
They have
have zero chance of winning in Baltimore. I'm telling you right now.
Look, anything
Zero.
can happen. We've seen it
Zero. Sorry,
this year. This year,
We're not losing to a third string running back. It's zero chance.
well, shit. Detroit has allowed less than 100 rushing yards in not 3, in all season, and they've allowed low key one of the lowest passing, passer ratings in the league too. So it's like their defense is clamps.
Oh,
Detroit
is
Lions are
it?
him.
Oh, stop it. Stop it, Colin. And are
They
they?
are.
Do we got to do this? Is it not? Is it maybe everyone's overreacting just a little bit? All right. Lions beat the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs week 1
Oh yeah, no,
with
I'm not
without
gonna.
Kelsey,
Right.
without Chris Jones. After that, they lose to the Seahawks. I don't think
Yeah.
Geno Smith looked bad in that one. Just gotta say, 328, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Then the Lions wins. You beat the Falcons. Who cares? You beat the Packers. Who cares? You beat the Panthers. Who cares? You beat the Lions. Who cares? They don't have I'm not it's just they look at nobody's rushing for over 100 yards. Did they play a good running back?
No, not really.
All right,
Not yet.
I'm not gonna disrespect Bijan Robinson, but come on, it's the Falcons. Like I don't even think he's had a 100-yard rushing game all season. And
Yes.
then passing wise, it's like, oh yeah, and they've held QBs to bad passer ratings. It's like, oh yeah, they held Desmond Mitter, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, and Baker Mayfield to low passer ratings.
Patrick Mahomes.
Whoop-de-doo. Did Patrick Mahomes have I mean, was that
He
Patrick
did.
Mahomes' fault? Was that we've already established that if these goons would have caught passes, the Chiefs would have won the game. I'm
Yeah.
not putting that one on Patrick Mahomes when you drop a pass and it goes for a pick 6.
Yeah, that's true. And then you drop multiple passes, going through your hands, as bad as that looked. All right, fine. But I'm just saying, depending on how they perform against Baltimore, we'll see.
Yeah. All
But
right.
they've been the most consistent team, even after their loss to Seattle. And it's not like they got whooped. They lost in overtime.
Yeah, it was an
So
overtime game. Yeah. Well, we'll get into that a little later. But we're not done with this Cowboys Chargers game. First of all, I've been saying this for the entirety of this podcast. Justin Herbert, overrated. Once again, Mr. I'm second or third highest paid in the league, gets the ball with 2 minutes to go at home, down 3, turnover.
I forgot what stat I saw, but it was like when the game is 2 minutes or less, Justin Herbert has thrown the most interceptions during that time in his career. So 13. I
Yeah.
know the number was 13. And that is actually pretty freaking troubling because it's like, yeah, no, you could play a clean 3-quarter game, but when the game is on the line and you throw the back breaking pick, It's like, oh, he doesn't throw for a lot of, oh, when the games are 7 points,
7 points or less.
7 points or less,
Yeah.
then he plays tighter. Then he's thrown 13. In 13 games, he has 13 picks or something like that. And they're like well above the league average as to 7-point game losses.
Yeah.
So I want to say the league average is like 35 or 30%, and they're at 39. That's insane.
Yeah.
39-40.
And
And
Justin Herbert still has a losing record on his career. So all this Justin Herbert is great. I'm sorry. Gotta win
I
games. I'm
I
not saying he's a
mean,
bad quarterback, but you
right.
gotta win games. You're
Yeah,
the
that's true.
guy. You're getting
Yeah,
paid now
that's true.
because you're the guy. So you need to win these games, especially when we give you the ball in a position to win. That is
Yeah.
your job. Tony
Okay.
Romo could do it. He did that a lot. Tony
He
Romo
did.
got flack for not winning in the playoffs. I'm not even asking Justin Herbert to win in the playoffs yet. I was like, yo, can you just win games at the end?
Yeah.
It's a regular season game.
That's a that's a good point. Great point. Because when I was watching the game, once again, Justin Herbert, we haven't really seen him use his legs like that. He was using his legs a lot. And, he was throwing off platform, and doing his thing. I know he missed a wide open touchdown pass to, Jordan Palmer down the sideline that would effectively
Yep.
probably end the game. And, you know, and I feel like if this was a quarterback that none of these talking heads really like, they would have flamed that man for missing that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, look
Yeah.
at how we moved the goalposts for Lamar. Lamar won the MVP. Wins 75% of his games. Oh, but he doesn't win in the playoffs. Why? Like, what is year 4, year 5 for Justin Herbert? He hasn't even won a playoff game. His one playoff appearance when he was up by 27. But we like to move the
Blame the
goalposts all
coach.
the time, where it's just like, yeah, so Justin Herbert, he just doesn't have any help. It's Brandon Staley. It's the charge. Like, no, bro, I'm sick of it.
Right. Tony
Same
Romo had
thing.
Jason Garrett for a decade. So
Yeah. And how
yeah.
about your boy? How about your boy Micah Parsons talking again after the
Yeah.
game,
He needs to stop.
crying. I
Right.
just don't understand why the other teams don't get the same energy that we get.
Well, because
Like,
number one, Micah, you're America's team. That's number one. And love it, hate it, or whatever, you gotta accept it. Two, since you've been there, it's like, hey, number one scoring defense, number one in takeaways, all that stuff. And then the playoffs, either offense doesn't show up or, I mean, honestly, y'all did, the defense has done their job in the playoffs, but they haven't taken the ball away from Brock Purdy or Jimmy Garoppolo those 2 times like that. So,
yeah.
it's just, yeah, it's Michael Parsons is becoming a victim of his podcast, I think, because it's just like you don't have to talk every week and say like you need to, give the same energy because I don't know why they get, they don't give you the same energy as everyone else or not everyone else the same energy because Philadelphia made it to a Super Bowl, like literally one play away from
Yeah.
winning. Real shit.
Well, I'll say
Uh,
more than one play away, but they
yeah,
did make it to a Super Bowl.
yeah,
They've won a Super Bowl in the last
in,
decade.
yeah,
The
and
Niners also made it to a Super Bowl, like
right. So it's
2-3
like
years ago. So, and they're
right,
always in the NFC Championship game. It's like you guys
yeah,
can't even get to the NFC Championship game, but we talk about you every week, every
yeah,
year, and really, it's things like this where it's like, that's not really an impressive win.
right. No, it wasn't.
Like,
It
He
was
beat the
sloppy,
Chargers.
but at the
Yeah,
same
it
time,
was
like
sloppy.
Jerry Jones even came out and said it. He
Yeah.
looked disjointed and sloppy. You know, and the thing is, Michael Parsons did show up at the end of the game. Yeah, I will say that. Got a sack, all that good shit. But it's like, you know, I,
But
I
also,
mean,
it's like, what do you want? What do you mean by same
yeah,
energy? Because I'm pretty
yeah,
sure, like, it was clear. Everyone's like, yo, Jalen Hurts played awful. And also,
yeah,
it was clear all season that people have been saying Philly doesn't look right. Like, Philly
yeah,
looks off. We've been saying that all year. I've been banging on their offensive coordinator all year.
yeah.
So I'm not understanding where like he didn't get the same energy. It's like Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
played a bad game.
Now they're questioning if Jalen Hurts was a mirage, like
Yeah,
literally. So I mean, I feel that's pretty much same energy, low key.
yeah,
It just he gets a little more of a pass because he made it to a Super Bowl. So
yeah,
That's just the way it's gonna go. Every athlete with a podcast is gonna get dragged like this. Draymond gonna get dragged. Not Chris Paul. Paul George gonna get dragged. Any athlete with the pod and you're talking in season, you're gonna get dragged. So he's just the latest victim. He'll figure it out.
yeah,
yeah. That's kind of like the point. Is like, bro, like
yeah,
low key, just stop because
yeah,
like whatever you say, all you're really doing is adding a distraction to your team. I think we
yeah,
could like
exactly.
agree, like with Draymond, everyone has seen his show for the most part as a distraction. With Paul George, I mean, the Clippers were irrelevant. He was injured, so they couldn't be a distraction. But like with Micah Parsons, you are just adding more fuel to like if you have Cowboys haters, now you're gonna have more, and it's gonna give people in the media something to talk about because everybody talks about the Cowboys. So it's just like
Right.
low key is like maybe don't do this during the season, like all
Yeah,
athletes.
yeah. Just do it. Just do it during the off season. Uh,
Damn, imagine if T.O. and Chad Johnson had a pod when they were freaking players. Oh, that'd be so lit.
Oh my god, that'd be
that would be
insane.
that'd be prime content.
Damn, Josh Norman with the pod, Daryl Revis. God damn, man. We need to like do Back to the Future and move this tech back to like the 90s and shit. It'd be fire.
Dude,
Shit. Vic,
Deion Sanders with the pod while he's playing.
Bruh. Yeah, if
Oh
Dion
my
had a
god.
pod when he was playing, he would not be a coach right now.
Yeah.
no, yeah, no, not at all.
Oh
Shit,
no. I got
prime
it.
time.
If Michael Irvin had a pod while he was playing, that man
Oh
would not have a
Oh
man.
my
job
god,
anywhere. He would
he
not
would
have a
not.
job anywhere.
Yeah,
Man, you
he
know
said
exactly what the name of his pod would be too.
he'd
Oh
be like
man. Go
seniority.
routes and
Coke
coke lines. That'd
boys.
be the name. Go routes and coke lines.
Go routes in between the lines.
Oh man. All right, let's get into some of these other games that went down. Shout out to my Ravens. Just gotta say it. We look damn good.
Winning the most Raven way.
Oh, you know it. As I was like, I'm not sold that we're gonna win yet. As we're up like by 15, it's just like we could do some dumb shit and let him back in the game. But Lamar, not bad.
Yeah,
Looks
no.
like he can throw. 21 of 30, threw a touchdown, ran for 62 yards. Just doing Lamar Jackson type things. And I gotta say, man, that we gotta wait because I was the Titans. That defense looks damn good. I don't care who it is. That was the first
Yeah,
time we were at full strength and we were just ball hawks
yeah,
and stopping the run.
yeah. Until that Wildcat play, but that was a broken play.
Yeah.
That was like the only big play that I saw on the Titans side where I was like, oh shit. And Malik, I mean, no, like Ryan Tannehill's trash. Malik Willis
Yeah.
is still not that guy. I don't want to call him trash yet, but he's trash. But
I mean, I don't think he's ever gonna be a starter in the league.
yeah, yeah. That's what I'm getting at. Honestly, he's like Troy Smith. Like
Yeah.
he was good in college. And so far in the league, it just seems like things overwhelm him. At least he matched up Tannehill's overall passing yards in 5 attempts to Tannehill's 15 attempts previously. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
That's Titans have a problem and quarterback passing problem.
Well, I'm not sure if you guys heard, this is Titan related content. It's been bubbling ever since like week 2 or 3, but especially after this loss to the Ravens, it's getting even louder that Derrick Henry may possibly be on the move before the deadline. If he does actually go, where do you think he lands?
Baltimore.
I was just about to say that.
I would definitely like to see him somewhere with the O line. Like that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
I think Baltimore.
I'm not. I don't know if they would
Saquon
do
Barkley.
business with us.
I heard Saquon Barkley might be traded to Baltimore too. I heard that rumbling. So
I'm not. I don't know. I'd rather get Derrick Henry. You just can't
I'd be
count on
shocked if Vrabel
Saquon's.
signs off on that.
You just can't count on Saquon's health. You know.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get that. But we'll see because Patrick Surtain Jr. PS2 is possibly getting traded to the Philadelphia fucking Eagles.
They're not trading him.
Okay, they're heating up.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
It's whatever. Just like when Philly signed Julio, I was like, all right, that's cool for like a jersey.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, Patrick Surtain Jr. is different than Julio. This is a player in his prime.
Yeah, Pat Surtain's like top 3 corner in the league, but that's why
I'm not
because he's a
believing
top
it.
3 corner, and he's on a rookie deal. Like they're not trading him.
All right. I hope that I would say for that general manager's sake, I hope not. If he wants to keep his job, but just some stuff around the rumor mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rumor's gonna keep coming with the trade deadline so close in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, a lot of these games were just like kind of shit.
Yeah, yeah. Like it.
Commanders, Falcons.
I would say
Desmond Mitter.
Get him out.
Seriously.
Yeah, Desmond Mitter strikes again.
Yeah, dude, this guy needs to be stopped.
3 drives in a row that end with an interception. I think they were all in the red zone too, or damn near close. It's just like, what are you doing, bro? It's just great. It's great. But at least Kyle Pitts got a touchdown.
Yeah,
I know. That's crazy. Kyle Pitts got his 4th touchdown of his career. This is year 4.
What? I think it's year 3, isn't it?
Oh, it's year 3. Does it really? Does it make it that much better?
No, it does not.
Yeah, talk about a guy that really needs to be free. Kyle Pitts, he's the one who needs to be freed. No way how you watch his college tape and you're like, we're just gonna have you just run around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have you block. You're a generational tight end, and you can you can run routes like a receiver. You run like a receiver. Yeah, they need to trade his ass. Free him. Free Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Bengals Seahawks is a bit of a boring game, but the Bengals are back to being 3-3.
Yeah. Wild. As in like on how this team could really turn it on and off. I'd have to say they're back because I said if there's a time for them to really be back, this would be it. And they beat the Seattle Seahawks, a good physical team, and
I mean, it wasn't all that boring. It was cool to see Devon Witherspoon versus Jamar Chase.
Yeah. I enjoyed that game too. I like the physicality.
I'm saying more like second half. There wasn't really much happening.
Yeah, a lot of stutter drives, really missed opportunities.
Yeah, it's just like 2 field goals total in the second half. It's just like, come on, can we get some back and forth? Can we get like one of these teams like really like back against the wall? But it was really just the Seahawks playing catch up the entire time and not coming through.
See, a lot of your sentiment for Bengals, Seahawks, Legendarius is exactly how I felt about Bears Vikings. Just like, oh my god, guys, garbage! You guys can't figure this out on any side of the ball. Oh shit!
Man, I had to turn it off as soon as Justin Fields was out. I was like, all right, this game is over.
Yeah. That was one of those games where you just wanted to, claw your eyes out. It's like, no, this is.
At some point, I was just laughing like every other play because I'll watch on the red zone, so they'll flip back to it. I'm just like, what is this? Okay, throwing any college game, throwing a Tuesday college game, I'd rather watch that.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd rather watch Temple versus like the Army or some shit.
Yeah, fucking UTEP.
Yeah. For facts. Oh my god.
Yo, how about my Saints, bro? Derek Carr is getting on my damn nerves.
Derek Carr, man.
Yeah, that guy.
So,
we talk about pumpkins every week. This guy's a living pumpkin.
We bet on you, dog. We bet on you, Derek. We told America that the Saints were gonna go marching in to Houston and beat the Texans, and they didn't.
No. And they had opportunities.
Yeah.
And again, this is twice, though. I do gotta say, twice. This fucking kicker, bro. Groupie. Trash. He literally
Groupie, more like sucky.
For real. He literally cost him the game against the Packers, missed a game-winning field goal. Dude missed 2 field goals in this game. Like, bruh, if you made your field goals, I bet you the Saints would have won because the Saints were able to get the ball in the red zone, and then Derek Carr was just garbage in the red zone. But it's just like, my man, this is your only job. Why are you so ass at kicking? It makes no sense.
Your only job, literally.
Yeah.
And to the fact that out of James Cameron, or the offensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints. You know what? I'll save that later.
He stopped directing films and he started calling plays. James Cameron.
Oh no, that's their offensive coordinator's name.
I'm joking, bro. It's a joke.
God damn it. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, he needs to go. We've seen this ever since Sean Payton left. The offense is not the same. It's pretty mundane to watch, honestly. They don't use Alvin Kamara like that. Like in the versatile way that they should be using him. They just throw stupid fucking checkdowns and all that. And and that's it.
Well, that's on Carr. I mean, come on, dude. 4th and 4, and you're throwing your check down.
Yeah, like a pussy.
Throw to the slant boy. Call slants. Call plays that go past the first down marker. You only need 4 yards. Why do you even have a check down option?
Yeah, that's true.
Saints, man, frustrating me. And speaking of kickers pissing me off, how about this Niners kicker, bro?
Oh my god. Fucking Moore bringing his family to the game, 3rd round pick, first kicker, second kicker in like this millennium to be picked in, the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Browns defense is for real. And even though they got, trounced by Baltimore, division player, division rival, should tell you a lot.
Hey, don't try to downplay Baltimore beating that ass. All right.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I gave y'all credit.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you tried to say it's division opponents, so
No. I'm just saying, like, if anybody has like a fucking way to beat y'all, it's Baltimore, right? But beat the Browns. Sorry. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, they won, beat the Browns off of just sloppy play from Deshaun.
Pure defense. Yeah.
But this Niner game, oh man.
I mean, it was definitely
Rockford.
a bad weather game. It did affect the style of play a little bit, but man,
Uh,
the
I'm
Cleveland
not
front seven
right.
absolutely smashing, and I was surprised too. Like freaking even Trent Williams getting worked in the trenches. It was just a treat to see for once. Got to
Yeah,
like to see the big bad team get beat up on. Purdy looked under distress multiple times, multiple ways. It looked like once Christian McCaffrey had that oblique injury, everything just kind of fell off the wheels.
yeah.
And then Debo goes down, and et cetera, et cetera. It's just all right, man. Cleveland, this is your moment to take advantage. And PJ Walker did try his damnedest to give it away, but that
Pajamas.
defense said, "Hell no."
I gotta
Yep.
say, this was the Niners got fucked. The Niners
And the
did
refs
kind of
sucked this
they
game. The
screwed
refs
themselves.
sucked
Yes,
eggs.
exactly. Like the refs were terrible. You know the fumble that they said, oh, that was a forward pass. That is never a forward pass. If Tom Brady, you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
not a forward pass. That's a fumble, clearly. But I cannot stand refs blowing a play dead instantly. Like
Yeah.
those are the things where it just signals like, what are you doing? That's not even what you're taught to do. You're taught to let the play go on because you can review any turnover. So if you can review any turnover, why are you blowing a play dead instantly?
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
It makes
I
no sense.
like that. That was so dumb.
And I'm
So
not a
dumb.
Niners fan,
All right.
but I did have money on the Niners. This
Uh,
one hurt.
that
This
I
one
know.
hurt
I wonder how many other people,
a
thought so.
lot.
Because I definitely did not see Cleveland winning this game at all.
I
And
didn't see Cleveland winning, but I saw it going under, and that was my bet.
oh,
Bro,
okay.
and then I gotta say, Ayuk, like butterfingers. That dude dropped multiple passes that like would have gone
Yeah,
big.
like it was like 20-yard gainers and stuff, and then he had once again rack opportunity and
Yeah.
couldn't capitalize. So and that's the crazy thing about football, right? Week by week, things change all the time. Because once Debo Samuel got hurt, I was like, okay, they should be fine. Once Christian McCaffrey's oblique was done for, I was like, oh, let's see about the MVP.
That's why that old saying rings so true. We won't say it too much anymore. It's kind of tongue in cheek, but any given Sunday definitely applies still. And I just love that saying because any given Sunday,
Yeah.
you are in jeopardy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think this season is the epitome of that so far. Because nobody expected week one to happen, even without Travis Kelce. And the Colts beating Baltimore at the time. We didn't expect that. We didn't expect the Dallas Cowboys to get fucking embarrassed on live TV by 32 points like that. It's just like literally, we'll go down to the next game. Actually, Jets at the Philadelphia Eagles. Who would have thought that the Jets would beat the Eagles?
Not me.
Yeah. I look, to be honest, I thought it was going to be an ugly win for the Eagles, but I didn't think they'd like lose to the point to where Zach Wilson now has won back-to-back games in a row.
Yeah.
But
especially no Sauce Gardner,
and no DJ Reed either.
Yeah.
Like you lost to straight up backups in the secondary.
Yeah, it was an interesting game even for Philly. I mean, they were missing Jalen Carter, Darius Slay. It's like they're both of them are just missing pieces on both sides, and it's just like, all right. But yeah, I was definitely surprised the Eagles lost the way they did. Not complaining. Hey, take an L finally.
Yeah, it was just I do gotta say we've all said that the Eagles haven't looked right all season, but I do also just this offensive coordinator is a bozo. Like I've been saying that all year, and I'm gonna stand by that. Like, what are you guys trying to do? Use your strength, run the ball, run some play action. Like, why are you throwing 45 times, Jalen Hurts? Like, what are you trying to prove? Like that, like I feel like that's what it is. Like, all right, let's just try to prove that I could really, really throw that thing. And it's just like, maybe this isn't the defense to try to prove that against. Maybe in all these games, you're not in here to try to prove anything. You're in here to win the game. So do what you need to do to win the game.
I feel like that may be the AJ Brown effect, because after he went off about not getting targets, he definitely made sure he kept getting targets after that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
tunnel vision for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Devontae Smith couldn't catch anything either. I think he had like 2-3 drops.
2-3 big drops, honestly.
Yeah.
But that's why they got Julio Jones, because they need more versatility in their pass game. Because, if you think about it, it's like, okay, this person can get all the catches and, and Jalen Hurts could zero in on them. Sure, great. But let's say you need to go on to your other reads and you don't have anybody who's consistently beating one-on-one coverages or, getting to the spots they need to be. Not saying Devontae Smith is not that guy, because he is that guy. Him and Brown are those guys. It's just that's it. And no one else is really contributing to the pass game like that this year.
I mean, are we really sure that Julio Jones is the answer?
No, absolutely not. Let me be absolutely clear on that. It's like Julio Jones is there because AJ Brown wanted him there. They pure and simple, and he's figuring like, hey, you had shit luck with the last couple teams you're on, so we'll see what happens. But I don't think he's really the answer to to help out those passing woes. They need to run the ball. I mean, they couldn't run the ball against the Jets last game, and that's what exposed.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's more of like, being more creative with their play calling, I guess, because they're starting to get very, very predictable.
Yeah, I'll just slide through these. Lions smack the Bucks. My bad. Lions smack the Bucks.
Smack.
Hell of a
Rams,
game from Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jared Goff
Rams
did not regress like I thought he would, because he was on the road. Mistake-free football, 350 plus yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, have a day, man. I think the Lions are combating a lot of assumptive narratives. I mean, there's technically a top team, 5-1, like the big dogs. It's looking like dark horse potential. We'll see once the season get into the thick of it and postseason. But hell, man, they're playing with house money, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about the Lions. They I don't think they're gonna be like happy just to be there type thing. They're trying to make some noise. I think they do have dark horse potential for sure. Me and Legendarius were talking about it earlier. That depends on how they perform against Baltimore. Will tell me all I need to know. If they lose, like convincingly, then it's like, are you really that good? But if they fight, if they tooth and nail,
There's nothing wrong with losing to the eventual Super Bowl champs.
Yeah.
Oh, to the Dallas Cowboys,
The Ravens, baby.
God.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I did have this thought with David Montgomery going down, and then they finished the game how they finished, and Jahmyr Gibbs is kind of still on the mend, and Craig Reynolds suddenly is banged up. I was thinking, I totally went Madden mode in my head, and I was like, damn, there is a world where Detroit says fuck it, and then they hit up Tennessee and they make that Derrick Henry trade. Derrick Henry behind that O-line, sign me up, buddy. Oh, that would just be dope to see. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it was just nice to think about.
That would be crazy though. That would be. That'd be like fun to watch.
I would say, had they not made the David Montgomery business, I do see a world where that would be happening in this reality. But because of David Montgomery, I think they're just not gonna do it. But holy shit, that'd be so tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into these this week 7 slate.
All right.
Jags at the Saints. The Saints are gonna win. Trevor Lawrence is not gonna play.
Oh.
That's my prediction.
Yep.
It's not official because they keep saying, it's possible. But I see the Saints line moving. That means that it's more likely than not that Trevor Lawrence isn't playing. If
Okay,
he's not
gotcha.
playing, they're not losing the CJ beat hard. I mean, Beathard.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
on
for
the
sure
Saints
not.
defense to sew it up here. I don't see why. If Trevor Lawrence was 100% or even like 85, maybe, but no,
Yeah.
I don't see it. I don't see it. The Saints should be getting after it defensively.
Damn, that
So Derek
sucks.
Carr, you don't have to do shit, but not fuck it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you
And then
did
we got
last week.
seriously. Then we got the Browns at the Colts.
Ooh. I got the Browns, man. I got the Browns.
Yeah, I'm rolling
Yeah.
Browns as well. That defense speaks for itself. Number one, Gardner Minshew is going to be up in there slinging that thing. We'll see. I think Myles Garrett and them boys are going to have another successful day in the trenches.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson out for the season. I think even with the backup, it doesn't matter. I like the Browns in this game. Minshew turns the ball over too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Bills are going to destroy the Patriots. You can move on. Commanders at the Giants.
Oh, I got the Giants in this one. I do.
I'm rolling with the Commanders. Daniel Jones first game back. What the fuck does that mean? He still doesn't.
He's
Tyrod
back?
Taylor runs the offense better than Daniel Jones, so it's really on the Commanders to see if they can stack two performances together.
Oh no, I didn't know Daniel Jones was back.
That's what I said because I was like, man, fantasy's going to be lit. Actually, I can roll on some Giants players and some other leagues. Nope, Daniel Jones is feeling fine. Well, never mind.
No, yeah, because he's. You know why? All of a sudden, right? Because of Tyrod's play. I mean, we could talk about that too. By the way, Tyrod Taylor being.
Yeah, we could definitely get into it. I think it's interesting how even how quickly everyone wants to devalue the running back market. Shit, we should probably talk about the quarterback market a little bit too. We're cashing out a bunch of bums, can't even perform. You got Tyrod Taylor on cheaper deals. You can actually run the offense. You can actually do some shit better than the fucking guy you just cashed out.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to put out. Where it's like, just because you're a quarterback doesn't mean you should automatically make north of 35 mil a year.
Don't talk about the Mahomes-esque top 10 quarterback, Daniel Jones, all right?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to bring in all those jokers in the room. We're like, really? You want to
This is your
change
top
your
10
mind right now?
Yeah.
Change your fucking mind? You fucking idiot.
Right. Exactly. And this is for all those goddamn New Yorkers trying to, bully me on Instagram, all that stuff, when I was telling the truth about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is trash. Trash. He's garbage. He's garbage, okay? He's fucking garbage. He can't see the field right, okay? Fucking Cyclops Daniel Jones, man.
Yeah, Judas Davis Mills with the cross-eyed.
Right. Like this man has no pocket presence. He can run in a straight line. Cool. Like he's an athlete.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, let's be real here. Like if you fail with Dable, who else is gonna want to pick you up after that? Nobody.
By the way, I love the Dable
Brandon Staley.
weekly crumbling, falling apart, like the throwing of the iPad, the just total fuck off, throwing your hands up. Like I love when they cut to him. It's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, that man's gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, I can tell he's trying not to because fuck, dude, I got this burger waiting for me. I cannot lose it today.
and then plus, I mean, honestly, it's light and day when you see Tyrod and Daniel Jones, and then it's like, I think personally, it doesn't matter who you start back there for the Giants. The offense is still going to look pretty anemic. Actually, shit, I'd take that back. It won't, because Tyrod Taylor threw deep passes to Jawan James and fucking Darren Waller, actually throwing it like a man down the field. So, they're just playing against the Bills, who out talents them. So, And
Yeah, it just sucks too. Even Darius Slayton was out there getting targets. I mean, he wasn't bringing them in as often, but he was out there. But that's the thing. It's like,
yeah,
why is
just try it.
Tyrod pushing the ball down the field and Daniel Jones can't read like past 10 yards?
Yeah, exactly. That's my issue with him. Yeah, he's a
See what
check
happened
down
once he started
fucking
pushing the ball down the field, whether it was working or not? Oh, suddenly Saquon has running lanes. Like, you
Yeah,
can't figure this out, huh? Daniel Jones, come on, dude.
$40 million. Like, come on, you fuck. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I got the Giants winning this week.
Yeah, I got the Giants winning anyway because I want to say that he was inspired by Tyrod Taylor's play and was like reminded that, hey, that's right, I am allowed to throw the ball, above the sticks. So not behind the sticks, above the sticks.
Well, we'll
Pass the
see. We're
free.
gonna see if Bobby Okereke is gonna come through, because if he brings that same energy that he brought in against the Bills, yeah, he's gonna break that game all up and send someone home. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So who's
All right.
next?
Raiders, Bears.
Oh,
Well,
I actually got the. Oh man, actually this is tough because both
this
teams
is
don't have a quarterback. But
Backup
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
versus
with the
backup.
Raiders. I like the defense.
I like Raiders in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Raiders. Even if it's backup versus backup, they at least got more talent on their team.
Yeah.
I
Falcons.
believe in Max Crosby's ability to break the game every drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in Max Crosby more than I believe in their quarterbacks.
And Devontae Adams said he wants more targets. So
Oh yeah. Shit,
Falcons, Bucks.
Falcons.
Well, before we get
Bucks.
away from that, did you guys see last week a Raider game? Devontae Adams got the ball thrown to him. It was like in the first or second. I want to say it's the first quarter, and he got absolutely blasted to hell. Oh my god! I'm glad he's okay. Glad he played through it, but oh my god, he got blasted.
Yeah. That was an old school hit stick.
Yeah, I felt that one in my gut.
I was like, God damn! I felt like my I felt like my chest was fucking caved in, man. I was like, damn.
Those old football players that was used to like 80s, 90s, early 2000s football, they were like, oh, yeah, buddy, bring it back.
That's real football right there.
That's real football right there.
That's there you go. None of that commie bullshit.
Yeah, shot to the heart. He didn't even wrap around him. No, he just went right through that.
Hit him like a fucking man. But yeah, so I got the Raiders in that one winning. All right. Well, what's the other game we got?
Falcons, Bucks.
We got the Bucks. I mean, until Desmond Ritter is benched for Tyler Heineke, I don't know.
I'm rolling.
What happened to this guy? I said the Falcons winning the division. You gotta win this game. You gotta win this game if you're winning the division. Come on.
Yeah.
You know what?
Floppity.
You got to be under 500 after this.
Well, so are the Saints. Like, what do you mean?
We're winning, bro. We're 3-3. Gonna beat the CJ beat hard Jags easily.
Okay.
I don't know. They could have run ETN down the throat 50 times.
Right. I would say ETN's still on the team. Last time I checked.
Saints defense.
Yeah,
I got the Bucks for sure. Falcons, they got to figure out their quarterback.
They have to. Yeah, no, like they're not winning the division until they change that fucking quarterback situation. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
Like Tyler, if they pulled out Desmond Ritter this week and said Tyler Heineke, you're in, then I'd be like, yeah, okay, they're about to win the division. But they're not going to do that because Arthur Smith seems to be allergic to make good decisions. So, fuck. Yes.
$50. Just wait on it. Steelers, Rams.
Oh, that's tough. Rams.
I got the Rams on this one. They're a little too hot right now. They lost Kyron Williams, but I mean they'll figure out their running back situation. But I just think they're too hot right now. McVay's kind of getting it down.
Yeah,
they're hot. They won one game.
You just need one game. The Steelers don't have much. I mean, what? Come on. The Steelers just gave it up before their bye week. They got work to do. I don't believe in the Steelers at all.
I got the
Steelers.
the Steelers winning. Coming off a bye week. They had 2 weeks to prepare for the Rams. The Rams have a terrible O-line. They're going to get exposed by TJ Watt and Highsmith. So I see the Steelers winning ugly, but the Steelers will win this game.
Yep.
What we got next? Cardinals Seahawks. Seahawks, of course.
Gotta love them divisional games, but yeah, I roll with the Seahawks on this one.
Oh, we forgot. Well, we kind of talked about it earlier. Lions at the Ravens. I got them birds, baby.
I don't see. I personally don't see the Lions winning in Baltimore either. I'll go Baltimore in this one.
Another tough road test for sure. I'm very interested to see how this game plays.
Yeah,
I can't call it.
Right.
I'll say based on health, I'll go Ravens. The line's a little bit more banged up.
That's right. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear Ravens. Packers Broncos. This is going to be a garbage bowl right here. Who we got?
Packers. Easy.
Oh, easy.
Packers. I mean, I would take the Packers too, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be some nasty ass football.
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be ugly for sure. But I'm just saying, Packers had a bye week. Broncos are trash. Yeah. Jordan Love had like a 3-game skid of shit. So I think he cleans it up for this game because I think he's still one of those quarterbacks that are going to be pretty good against bad teams and not that good against good teams, which what they played after, their 3-game skid. Like good to average teams. Anyway,
America's stinky game of the week.
Yep. Toilet bowl, baby.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is the game that should be on the Nickelodeon shit. Like, just throw it up on there.
Yeah.
Slime everywhere.
We got Chargers Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah.
This should be a fun game.
It will be a fun game, but
aren't all Chargers games fun? All Chargers games are fun. Chargers games are fun. They keep the game close. Justin Herbert gets a chance at the end, and then he blows it, and then it's the coach's fault. So I'm expecting more of the same. This game will be close. Justin Herbert will have a chance at the end, and he'll blow it. And then they'll say, Brandon Staley, why didn't you kick a field goal in the second quarter?
It was like all because I have this guy. So
yeah, definitely got the Chiefs for sure on this one.
Sunday Night Football, we finally got one, guys. Dolphins at Eagles. We finally got one. Dolphins at Eagles.
I'm going Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm rolling with the Dolphins for sure.
Rolling with the Dolphins on the road, man. Number 1 passing offense, number 1 rushing attack in the league. Like historical pace. Let's keep this shit going. Who's stopping Tyreek Hill?
Huh? I saw a stat that said if you take away the touchdowns that Tua passed against everyone else, the Dolphins would still be ranked 4th in touchdowns from the running backs alone at 19.
That's insane. See? Look at that. And because if I'm not mistaken, Raheem Mostert leads the league in touchdowns with 9. So
yes. Yeah. Did you guys see the stat where the Dolphins have wins against teams that are 5-24?
No.
Yeah, I did see that.
Little bit of fool's gold there with the Dolphins. I'm taking the Eagles.
Let's see it.
All right.
And last but not least, Monday Night Football. We got the Niners at the Vikings. We know how this is going.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were thinking when they kind of put this game together. I guess they were assuming the Vikings would be more competitive, but I mean, come on, like, what do we mean here?
Right.
We're gonna do Niners for sure, fresh off a loss. Shanahan has to quote something to prove. So here you go.
Yeah.
And it's everyone's new favorite segment of the week now, Fire-archy, where we go through our fireable players, fire plays, and our fire players of the week in the NFL. I'm gonna kick it off first, and you know what? I'm gonna roll with Press Taylor, Jags OC. I feel like he's not doing enough to scheme Calvin Ridley open in key matchups at this point. It's what, six games in. He got the Saints tonight. Hopefully he figures it out, but he has 2 touchdowns and 2 games of 100 yards or more. Discounting that production, all of his other games, he has under 50 yards. That's atrocious. You're not using Ridley to what he can be. This dude was almost a lockdown automatic wide receiver 1 in Atlanta before he got booted and suspended for the year. Press Taylor has to figure it out. I understand Christian Kirk is good, Ingram is good, Etienne's good, etc. Calvin Ridley is your absolute X factor. You're not utilizing enough, in my opinion. Press Taylor, you gotta figure it out. If you can't do it tonight with the Saints or even next week, fuck, you gotta go, bro. Round 1. That's my fire.
Yeah. Speaking of the Saints, I'm gonna go with the Saints offensive coordinator. I don't even know what the dude's name is. That's how irrelevant he is. And with all the talent that you have on that offense, like, what are you doing? You got Chris Olave, you have a healthy Michael Thomas, you got Taysom Hill, you got Alvin Kamara back. Your entire offense is healthy. Why are you guys struggling to score points? Let's not put it all on Derek Carr. Why aren't you scheming to get Chris Olave open? If they're double teaming Chris Olave, that means Michael Thomas has one-on-one against a number 2 wide receiver or a number 2 quarterback at best. Like, that's advantage Michael Thomas. Meanwhile, you got Alvin Kamara. How about actually calling some pass plays for him, actually getting him out in the in the formation rather than just like, all right, worst case, you just check down the Kamara. It's like, no, he was running routes when Sean Payton was the OC. I don't know why we're going away from that, but I'm not feeling this play calling at all. It seems like very cookie cutter for the amount of talent that you have. Like, you're just wasting these pieces. So, Saints offensive coordinator, you don't even have a name. You shouldn't have a job. And if you guys lose tonight, you definitely shouldn't have a job. And
I
take
got
the
you on the
fucking
OC.
and take
I
the
got you on
kicker
the-
with you. Take the kicker with you.
Yeah,
I know his name,
is poopy.
Groupie. Take that Groupie with you
Group the poop.
on your way out.
For the record, Saints OC Pete Carmichael, excuse me, and I totally agree, Legendarius. I mean, if Michael Thomas is one-on-one, this is a player who used to average 100 yards a game. Okay, there's no reason why if Olave is doubled, you shouldn't be hitting him. If Thomas is doubled, why are we hitting Olave? Why isn't Kamara in the flat? Well, what are we doing here? I totally agree with what you're saying on every level. Pete Carmichael, SOB, you've been put on notice. On to round 2. My fire play of the week. I've been doing good. I've been staying away from the T. I really have. I've been trying my best, but I just couldn't pass it up this week. Cowboys, Chargers, man. The play broke down late in the game. Dak scrambled out the pocket, avoided a sack. With such pizzazz, he just threw the ball down, got Pollard with his hair on a swivel, caught it. He almost had a touchdown, but he ran out of gas. But just the way that play developed, broke down, and the way it was just salvaged, man, just a chef's kiss on top of a performance that wasn't that too much to really brag about, but he did freaking turn it back and he did set it up, and I cannot hate on Dak for that. Great job, my fire play of the week.
Fire play. For me, fire play of the week, I'm gonna go Amari Cooper. This was, I believe, in the second quarter. He's double teamed on the sideline. PJ Walker just throws it up to him. Double teamed over the top of his head, gets the catch, gets his feet in bounds. Gotta be the catch of the week. If not, I'm not gonna give him catch of the year, but definitely the catch of the week. So I'm gonna go Amari Cooper, man. That was big time. Fire play of the week.
Yeah, that was big time. I'll tell you, just in that game alone, I'm always gonna look at former Cowboy players, but just in that performance alone, it's just like, bro, we could have just kept this guy.
Yeah.
But it's neither here nor there. But I love to see it. Good job, Amari Cooper, killing it. Round 3, my fire player of the week is very tough for me because both sides of the ball, offense and defense, you have a lot of options, but I'm just gonna ultimately go with the defense. Bobby Okereke versus Buffalo, New York Giants linebacker, absolutely killing it, absolutely all over the field. Key tackles, jumping over the line, loss of yards, picking up plays, getting after the quarterback, just absolutely everywhere. Put the Giants in an absolute pristine position to win the game, to upset the Bills. The offense couldn't do it, but Bobby Okereke gave them a legitimate chance. Man, you hate to see a play like that go to waste, but hey, it's neither here nor there. Bro, you're my fire player of the week, Bobby Okereke.
Yeah, for me, I mean, it's a little easy, but you just got to give this man respect for what he's doing. He's on a historical pace. That's going to be Tyreek Hill. Had another 6-catch, 163-yard game with a touchdown, and even a dope celebration. Did a backflip with the camera in his hand, and I mean, the man's already at 1,000 yards or damn near 1,000 yards, and he's played 6 games. So he's on just an historic pace, and to discredit what he's doing, the way that he's doing it, like 6 catches, 163 yards. That's damn near 30 yards a catch. Like, that's what he is. Like, give him the ball 3 times and you guys are in the end zone, is basically what you're saying. So it's definitely Tyreek Hill, fire player of the week.
Dude, I love that. What do you think his ceiling could be? Because I mean, for me, as I look at it and the pace that he's on, keeping this pace, I think he can push like 2,500 plus yards at the end of the season.
Man, I mean, they've played a bunch of scrub teams. Like, all their wins have been against teams that have 1 win. So obviously they'll be playing some better teams, some better coach teams. But if he's already damn near 1,000 yard, I think for sure he's going to go over 2,000. I don't want to say how much over, because who cares? Over 2,000 yards, he'll have the single season record, and that's big time right there.
Yeah, automatic Hall of Fame.
But I think that's gonna be a wrap on our NFL. But the NBA is back. We got NBA opening up this Tuesday. So with that being said, I was kind of wondering, what you're looking forward to in the NBA this season.
I'm definitely looking forward to more. I like that continued parity in the league. All the competition being even and competitive. I definitely like that. A lot of good teams to look at for sure. In terms of like the Lakers specifically, I just want to see them kind of. I want to see improvement. I want to see improvement from Ham and everything on every level. I want to see us not rely so much on like the vets, especially LeBron and AD, just because when we were in those binds and we just lean on them too much, then we just, you get the offensive stalling and things like that. So if we could just lean on our youth a little bit more in those tough stretches, then, if they do get injured or they're happen to be cold, we're okay. And then when they do get hot or LeBron wants to take over, that's okay too, buddy, because we got you covered. So if we could just lean more on the youth versus the age, I think that's going to be great for me. What are you looking forward to this season, or what are you trying to see?
Yeah, obviously, with the Lakers, I agree with what you said, and I want to see LeBron be more of a facilitator. I want to see Anthony Davis be the main guy, and the rest of these pieces. We got a lot of good pieces, so I just want to see good team basketball. Our guys continue to play with confidence like they were last season. In terms of Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura in the playoffs. Jared Vanderbilt, I love what he does. But then, we swooped up Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent, and Jackson Hayes. So I expect those guys to contribute as well. We even got Cam Reddish. We're trying to revive Cam Reddish. We got a lot of young players. So I want to see these young players sort of push each other, be consistent. And speaking of consistent, D-Lo, need you to be consistent, dog, or you got to go. Those are the only options.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
But outside of that, with some of these other teams, like who are you expecting to be like some factors in both of these conferences, East and West?
Let me start with the East first. Definitely curious about the Bucks for sure. Those new additions. I am kind of curious to see what shoot, why am I blinking? Definitely Boston. Kind of curious about Atlanta only because it's just like, man, with their moving pieces, I want to see who's going to actually survive the trade deadline because I think they could kind of blow up the team at this point. They just cannot push through the ceiling. The Knicks for sure, I'm always going to be curious about just because they get all that hubbub as well. And I'm kind of curious about the Bulls. I mean, they're not necessarily a throwaway team either. They had some chances, and I'm just kind of curious to see where they go. I like some of their young core. And then my last one to round out the East is the Cavs. The Cavs are right there. Mitchell doesn't. I feel like there's something to be said about Mitchell and his performance there. So I definitely want to see where that progresses. Over in the West, though, obviously Lakers, Nuggets for sure. Suns, like basically the big boys that are always going to be in contention. Golden State. I want to see how they beat up each other, and how they match up over the course of the season. Even down to the T-Wolves, I'm kind of curious. They're not rolling over either. So, couple teams I'm looking at. What about you?
For me, I feel like in the East, it's a 2-team race. Anybody else, you're kind of irrelevant. It's between the Bucks and the Celtics, and I think the Bucks are definitely favorites to come out of the East. We've seen this story too many times with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Now they did add Drew Holiday and Porzingis. Those are solid additions, but Dame Lillard on that Milwaukee team with Giannis, them running the pick and roll already is just like, how do you defend that? Oh, and let's not forget, you still got a sniper in Chris Middleton, who now goes from being the second option to being the third option. You still got Lopez. They picked up Beasley. Still got Portis. Like, they got shooters, man. So yeah. I feel like the Bucks are definitely the team to beat in the East, and it's going to be exciting to see the Bucks and the Celtics go at it when that time comes.
Oh yeah.
In the West, business as usual. Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, and I'm gonna say the Suns are going to be a motherfucking problem. From what I've seen in this preseason, they just score at ease, and Nurkic is an upgrade. He's an upgrade over DeAndre Ayton. They got Eric Gordon off the bench. They got Grayson Allen off the bench. And then they got that 3-headed monster in KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Like, Bradley Beal, who led the league in scoring, is now going to be defended by the third best player. Period. Yep. It's like, so a dude that was, getting teams like full attention is now like the third option. Like, he's just going to be getting buckets. But I think that this year, MVP, it's either going to be Devin Booker or Dame Lillard. Those two guys, obviously, different narratives, different storylines, but I feel like Booker gave a breakout year. And, same thing for Dame Lillard, finally being on a team that's contending. I think he can put up big numbers as well. So that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. And I do got to say, with this whole James Harden saga, if he does end up pushing his way to the Clippers got action. And don't want to just completely slip on the Clippers, because I know people are like, oh, they always hurt, blah, blah, blah. A team that has James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, and Russell Westbrook, if that team is healthy, you cannot beat that team. I don't think so.
Damn. Yeah, we definitely got to see it if it does go down big time. I'll be curious to see. But yeah, this Harden watch is definitely the most polarizing storyline in the league right now.
Yeah, for sure. Wonder what he's gonna do next. Because allegedly that was just step one. He said he's got more things that he can do to make the Sixers uncomfortable. They don't trade him, so we'll wait and see with that.
I can't wait to see it.
But with these games on Tuesday,
I definitely for Suns Warriors, I'm rolling with the Suns. I just feel like buying into the preseason hype. They look so good. I think between what Golden State's trying to do, between their youth and their vet mix versus what the Suns already have, I just think the Suns can have the capacity to just punch them in the mouth. Outside of Curry having a big game, I think the Suns should be able to take that one. Lakers Denver, I'm just gonna roll with like good faith on the progression of the Lakers and Ham, and I believe they will get Denver back in a way, and I think it's gonna be a close W, like maybe like 5 points or less. But I think the Lakers can pull that one out. It'll be tough, but I think they can pull it out.
Yeah, I agree with both of those. I think the Lakers get the W against the Nuggets. Obviously, the coach Mike Malone, he was talking spicy all off season. Jokic has been partying all off season. And, the Lakers have been locked in. We reloaded. We retooled. We're definitely a better team than we were when we faced them in the Western Conference Finals. And I think we're going to have chip on our shoulder, a little more to prove. Oh, and LeBron will actually be healthy this time, since everyone just wants to discount the fact that he was injured the entire playoff run. He'll be healthy.
Seriously.
So I'm gonna rock with the Lakers. And then, like I said, the Suns are going to be a problem. I think they run the Warriors out of the gym. And especially, come on, Chris Paul is old. It's nice. It's cool. Klay Thompson lost a step. I feel like they're just going to expose those two matchups, and I think the Suns blow them out.
Oof. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm definitely curious to see the Suns in act for real once the season kicks in.
Yes, indeed. Well, we're going to see. We'll see if we're right next week. Because that's going to be a wrap for this week. It's episode 34, baby. 34. We going Shaq or we going Ray Allen? Two legends. But, Shaq has a lot of numbers. He was 32, he's 34, he's 36. Do we give him 34? Because that was the Lakers' most dominant era, Shaq.
Yeah, let's do that. Sheer domination, Shaq. Yeah. Episode 34. Diesel.
All right. Episode 34. The big Aristotle. The big Diesel. Shout out to Shaq, baby. Like always, like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff. And we will be here next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.